10,000 tick trap.
Pandas, 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 pandas. Good morning, my pandas. Welcome to the stream. I'm Bye Money. TGIM. Thank God it's Monday. You know why? Because we're back to doing what we love. Welcome, everyone. We just finished the pre-market show. Sorry for being late here. Someone asked about Big Mama rules during the pre-market show, and hey, if you're a panda and you're joining the pre-market show, then you get access to stuff like that. You can ask those questions, and I'm 100% transparent on my pre-market shows. So, one important announcement: yes, roll over to 923. The current volume on the 623 is 260K, and the current volume on the 923 is 318K. So you got about 50% more volume in the 923. The way to check that is you can go to the market analyzer. It's native tool on NinjaTrader. You just go to new, go to market analyzer. The thing is, you're gonna have to first add the 923. You have to change one of your charts to 923 so it's available in the list. So 09-23. If you don't know how to do it, if you're new, you simply type it in. You literally type in ES, capital E, capital S, space 09-23. And then that will bring up a new chart. You just type it in and it will work. It's kind of like TradingView or any other like charting program. You type in, you know, your ticker symbol and then it will pop up the instrument. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Bruria, good morning. Harrison, good morning. Speedy Boy, good morning. Yes, I rolled over. Roll over, everybody. Onmal asks, how do you do that? Let me know if you need the instructions again. Richard Harris, good morning. FSN, good morning. Welcome, guys. Falcon one's asking how you roll over. It depends. I've seen some other NinjaTrader some other NinjaTrader platforms where they have like the name of the month, like it would be like JUN, like ES space JUN 23 or something like that. So if it says JUN, you gotta change it to SEP for September. JUN is for June. SEP, just replace the JUN with SEP, and then it'll turn to the right contract. And if yours looks like ES space 09-23, then that's you just ES space 06-23. Just change the 6 to a 9, and then you have you'll have the new contract up. You can also roll over through the system by doing what Big Joint says. If you close a prompt, go to Tools, Database Management, then you can roll over all of your contracts. And if you just roll over your contracts now, it might be a little crazy. It might be a little crazy. It might look a little crazy. You might have a huge gap. You may need to close your charts and open them back up. Or at least reload your historical. When I rolled over last night, there was this huge gap. I was like, oh man.
10,000 tick trap.
Market just opened, pandas. Today is the last day for BBM 80. Make sure you take advantage of 80% off. Any Apex evaluation for a lifetime. Lifetime of the evaluation. All right, pushing down. Maybe coming back to the previous day's close. There's a gap on the 5-minute chart. So we may want to come back to the previous day's close on the 5-minute chart. 10,000 tick chart. Creating a two-leggy here. Don't forget, pandas, this week, we have some news. We have some serious news this week. Let me go over all the news items with you guys. Nothing today, but tomorrow we have CPI at 8:30. That alone is enough to be a make or break your account news item. The core PPI, again, that is enough. It's to be a make or break. Wednesday, 2 p.m. FOMC statement and Fed funds rate. Again, that's enough to make or break your eval. What I mean by make or break is literally if you go full contracts on any eval right before the news, that after the news, but you have about a 50% chance that you get that you can pass your eval. I've been saying this for a while, but that's the easiest way to pass your eval. It's the easiest way. I'm not saying that's the best way, but it is the easiest way. And then on Thursday, you have news at 8:30, core retail sales. That typically is not enough to move to make or break your account, but that's there. That's considered high impact news. And you also have on Friday, 10 a.m., the prelim University of Michigan consumer sentiment. That again also is not news typically that makes or breaks your account. So your big ones are tomorrow and Wednesday, the CPI and the core PPI. The problem with Wednesday, the reason why it's a problem is because it might be a little bit confusing because you have two big news items. You have the 8:30 core PPI, which is enough to move the markets, right, to make or break your account. Or when I say make or break your account is like, if you go full contracts on eval, you either make your account, you'll pass it, or break your account. That's what I call make or break. And these are make or break news items. But the PPI itself is enough to make or break your account, and the FOMC statement is enough to make or break your account. But the thing is, they're both on the same day. So sometimes what happens is that a big move will happen at the core PPI, and then the FOMC statement doesn't make a big move, but then the FOMC press conference, which is at 2:30, makes a big move, right? It starts to get very volatile. So just be aware of that it could be a little confusing, even though they're big news items, because they're coupled together. They're on the same day. It's just
10,000 tick trap.
It's a little hard to know which one will be, or maybe both of them. I've seen where both of them have makes the market move, be kind of make or break type moves. Everyone should roll over today. Yes. Everyone roll over. To the 923. So, and today is the last day you can use BBM80. So it's a good day to stock a hub. Let's just say you want to fire a couple times. You can honestly have as many evals as you want. There's no limit to evals. They do put a limit on the PA counts, but I don't even think that's a hard limit, to be honest. I don't know, but there's no limit on the evals, and so we got second entry long on the 10,000 tick chart. It's looking sus though. It's looking very sus. The main reason why I feel like today might be a trading range day today is because we have news all day this week except today. So we may do nothing today. I don't know. It's hard to say. The daily chart looks like this, and we have a really actually broken through this expanding pattern, and sorry, the new contract moved all my drawings. So there's a two-leggy here, and we have a certain, actually let me redo this. Actually, that should be right though. Measure move here, and we might get to it. We may get to it. I mean, we're in the wick right now, and as you can see, the daily chart has been always in long. They bought it right at the close, previous day's close. They just bought it up. Kyle Lubers, good morning. Andrew Gibson, good morning. My pandas, welcome, welcome, welcome. Sounds like Realization says, where do you get the alerts for the trap warnings on the indicator? If you go to the settings, you'll see the settings. It'll say alerts, like two-legged pullback alert or trap alert. You can set either one. I'll mark it like this: overshoot to an undershoot. Okay, push down back to the previous day's close, which will fill the gap on the 5-minute chart. You kind of want that, right? So there's no more unfinished business. Hopefully. Five-minute chart about to fill the gap. Steve Malone, good morning. Welcome, welcome. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. Everyone should be switched over to the 923 contract. If your chart looks completely different than mine, it's because you are on a different contract, probably. Or you need to reload your historical. Rollover date is 09-23. Or September. SEP. Depends. I've seen both on NinjaTrader. Okay, gap doesn't fill. Second entry long may trigger on 10,000 tick chart, but it's beneath the 20 MA. Right, we have a second entry long. You can see with the dark green diamond here, the super signal is dark green, showing us the next reversal will be a second entry long, ABC.
10,000 tick trap.
Does trigger ABC. Terrible signal bar underneath the 20 MA. It's not one I can take, but that's all there. Kyle Luber is all done for today, up 1,152. He's done before 10 minutes of the market opening. Congratulations. Yes, I have rolled over. Everyone should roll over. I will be very generous. People asking if you roll over today because today is the rollover date. It's not the expiration date, right? It actually expires this Friday, which this Friday will be triple witching day. It's like the end of options, end of options expiration, and futures expiration, and some other expiration. But honestly, the options expiration date is like not as important anymore because basically there's 0 DTE now, so I think they're very popular too. It basically turns the stock market, the options market, into a casino. It's a casino at your fingertips. It's a legal casino essentially. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's a legal casino, truly. The options market. I mean, you can say the same thing with the futures market. You can treat it like that. We're in a range right now. Having this mic in front of me makes me want to do this rap that's like went viral on TikTok. It goes like, "Mama, don't worry. You raised a gangster. I'm a survivor." It went like viral, and so many people did covers on it. having this mic in front of me. Like in the music video, or like in the clip of the original clip, it's like the guy rapping and the mic is just like floating in midair, like on a basketball court or something, and he's just like singing right into it, or he's rapping into it. Zero DTE. Days till expiration. DTE. Zero DTE options market. So SPY basically has zero DTE. Like you can trade same day expiration, and the volatility is quite crazy on those. Correct. Days till expiration. Genius though. Genius. The option market, genius. Just more money they can rake from the retailer. They're very popular. I honestly don't know why. They're terrible to trade. The Maddie D trades. Yep, I'm back. I'm back. Be right back. All right, what's going on here? This could be like a break of trend to new low. Now we're in an uptrend, but we do hit the top of the trading range on trading range indicator. And now we're coming back to the bottom of the trading range on trading range indicator. We're looking really good right now. Hitting back to the bottom of the trading range indicator. Just a measure move. Not quite yet. The measure move will hit the previous day's close. We hit the bottom of the trading range indicator. Don't forget, pandas, today is the last day to use BBM80. Like I mentioned, since we have so many newsworthy events this week, stock up. I think it's the best to stock up on the evals because, let's just say, if you like to trade the news to pass your evals, right, you have news items almost every single day this week. And I honestly would say focus on Tuesday and Wednesday. Those are the big ones. But let's just say like you like to trade, you like to try to pass your evals, and you pass them on Tuesday. You take you take your 50-50 chance, pass like 5 of them on Tuesday, and now what do you do? After you pass them, or let's just say you fail them. Now what do you do? Well, don't you want to make sure you can do it again on Wednesday? You know, take a 50-50 chance again, pass or fail on Tuesday, and then you get to try again. And then after that, you know, you try to do 5 again. And after that, what do? Well, after you pass or fail them, you try again. And it's only worth it if you have them stocked up. Because if you don't stock them up, then if you pass or fail them on Tuesday, or let's say Wednesday, in order for you to get more evals, now you have to pay. You can use BBM 50 just to get 50% off. But if you stock them up, then you can have them all at 80% off. I hope that makes sense. It's better to, if you're gonna do it anyways, might as well just pay 80% off the eval than 50% off the eval. Keith Newman says resets are still $85 no matter what. Yep. Only time it's worth, unless you do the big evals, right? The big evals such as like anything I think above 150K is going to be less or more than $85. So if you have like 300K accounts, then it's better to reset them rather than buying more evals. Better to reset them because it's cheaper to reset than starting a new account. Top of the trading range to the bottom of the trading range. Look at this nonsense here. That's how crazy it got. Honestly, after we got that runner on Friday, huge move down, but it was hard to catch that. Honestly, hard to catch that. And then afterwards, just not much to do after. No real good setups, in my opinion, in all of this. Maybe this trap was good. This trap was okay with a triple test down here. Trap might be decent setup here to get a nice swing up, but other than that, very hard. Like, you cannot trade any of this here.
Five-minute trap.
If we're in trading range,
10,000 tick trap.
it may be reasonable to go long here back to the top of the trading range. I don't know. Like, I don't like these dojis here. 1, 2, 3, 4 dojis in a row. It's not what I look for when I trade. This could be a trap trade though to the long side. Is it worth a small scalp here? Going pretty sideways, to be honest. It's a terrible signal bar. Risk is not huge. Risk is almost 3 points risk. 2 3/4 point risk. Should I do it for the content? It's just so choppy. I don't like it. I don't like how this price action looks right now, but it just makes sense. We come back to the top of the trading range. There's barely enough room to the top for 2 points here, but there is enough room. It looks like we're gonna be in trading range today, basically because I feel like tomorrow we have CPI numbers and people probably waiting for some big news to drop before really wanting to have conviction in this market. We do have an overshoot to the undershoot, and now the undershoot is leading to a trading range here. You can see the trading range indicator giving us a trading range. And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 overlapping bars in a row. The price action just looks choppy today. What can I say? And it looks like it's going to trick you a lot today. I feel like you guys should be careful. Be very careful today. Especially if you're trading your own money, be extra careful. But if you're trading with Apex, then you know you're good. You got some risk-free trading here. But regardless, if you're funded, you do not want to lose your funded account. Even the investment's very small to get a funded account. It's still sad.
10,000 tick
like
trap.
It's like losing a little. It's like losing like a little pet. That's how it feels like for me. But man, it is so much better to blow a funded Apex account than your real money. Let's just say like your trading threshold is like $5,000. You know, if you blow a 150K account that has $5,000 trading threshold, that means you lost about $5,000. So much better to lose that in a funded Apex account than losing $5,000 of your own actual money. Trust me, it's a lot better. It's a lot better. I've been there and done that. The reason why I recommend Apex is because of how much money I lost trading my own money. Like, I cannot tell you. Trading my own money. It is crazy how much money I actually lost compared to how much I would have lost if I just traded with prop firms. So we have a premise today. Might be trading range day today. I'm like trying to find my triangle, but it looks a little odd. It looks a little odd right now. I'm trying to find my triangle, but it looks odd. I don't know. I'm guessing something like this. What can I say? Maybe something like this? Ah, it's hard to say. It really is. Or we could just straight up be in a trading range and maybe no triangle. But if there were one, this is how I would draw it, I think. It's a little bit confusing. Wow, look at that. If you went long here, you're about one tick away from being stopped out. Okay, you got stopped out if you went long there. I mean, it's a very small risk. Ooh, coming back up. Is I-O. Outside down. O pattern. It's just getting choppy. Other words, very choppy and confusing. Can't probably get to the top of the trading range on the trading range indicator. But so choppy, it's just better to stay away from this in my opinion.
10,000 tick trap.
Sitting on my paws. Again, bouncing off the 20 EMA though. So if you're a bull, that's kind of good news. What's bad news is that it's going so sideways. Very confusing. But there is a trading range indicator here, and we went from the bottom to the top, to the bottom, to the top, to the bottom, and looks like going back to the top. Trading range indicator. The only one out there that marks these trading ranges using pure price action, at least that I know of. Right, this indicator here, you can see these horizontal lines here, this red line and this green line. I didn't create those. Those are automatically created. Those are automated. Creates those trading ranges automatically. On days that are very choppy, it's very, very accurate. Scary accurate sometimes. On trending days, it's not so good. Doesn't work so well. But on days probably like today, it's probably going to be pretty good. Peter Cho, welcome back. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. I've been away on vacation for the last couple weeks, so it does take some time for people to come back to the channel. So help out the channel. Make sure you scalp that like button. Drop a GM in the chat. Show some engagement. Let the YouTube algorithm know we're just alive here. We're ready to make some bamboo. Too choppy here. Just letting this ride out. I mean, even if it does go up, it's just not worth it. It's not worth the risk. The probability just gets less and less every time we get another overlapping bar. It gets closer and closer to 50-50. Peter Cho says the 623 looks bearish, but this one looks bullish. Interesting. I never thought about comparing those two, but right now the 923 has 50% more volume than the 623. I think it's time to roll over, but hey, maybe you can get some good price action on the 623. But I would roll. I've never not rolled over, at least by the Monday before expiration. Usually you roll over a week before, so either on the Friday or the Monday before expiration. And expiration is coming up this Friday for futures. So we had a premise of getting up to the top of the trading range, and look, it's starting to reverse a little bit here. This triangle is still valid. Basically this line anywhere
10,000 tick
wick.
trap.
Even this is not too bad here. It's a strong bear bar. Let's see if we can follow through. No idea what's going on.
5-minute trap.
I have a feeling today was going to be very choppy today as well because we have news tomorrow. Again, big news items this week. if you're looking for a make or break news event, what I mean by make or break is, if you guys don't know, the easiest way to pass an eval is with news. And I don't recommend trading anything other than evals for news. Do not trade your PA accounts. Do not trade your profit accounts during news. Or your actual personal money. Do not trade it during news. It's too risky. The slippage could be huge. You think your slippage could be maybe max 1 point. But trust me, your slippage could be about 10 to 20 points if the news is big enough. There are some times where the slippage is so huge it will blow your mind, and you're gonna go negative money on your personal accounts. It will be crazy. Like, you're gonna owe thousands of dollars. But know that the best way to trade eval is, or not the best, the easiest way to pass your eval is news. Keith Newman says that is so dumb. It's not dumb. Trust me. It's the easiest way, and there's nothing false about that statement. It is surely the easiest way to pass your evals. Now, if you want to practice with your evals, then you should trade it how you trade it normally. Even then, I would recommend trading more aggressively, because you can always just reset it. But because it'll just take too long. Unless you're that type of person. You like to take it slow. You want to trade it the same, then be my guest. But the easiest way to pass an eval is to trade the news. Keith Newman says that is the worst trading advice ever. Again, that's false. If your objective is to practice and get better, then trade your eval as you would. But if your objective is to get funded, then the news is the best trade to take. It depends. You got to be a little more self-aware. You got to be a little more nuanced. You got to be a little more understanding here. What I'm saying is, if your goal is to get funded, the easiest way to get funded is to trade the news. It's a 50-50 trade, and the reason why I say that is because yours truly, this is how I get funded, 20 plus accounts. Now, some of you guys say, oh, the max is 20. That's not a hard stop. That's not a hard stop with Apex. But once you trade the news, like, you can pass eval so easily. 10 plus accounts easy. Exactly. Keith Newman. Trade eval using news. Don't trade news using PA accounts. Yes, because you want to get funded. It's the only reason why. And this week we got huge news items. You got big news items such as the CPI tomorrow at 8:30. You have PPI on Wednesday at 8:30. You have FOMC statement at 2 o'clock on Wednesday. You have unemployment claims on Thursday, and then you have the U of M on consumer sentiment on Friday. But the big ones are the PPI or the CPI tomorrow at 8:30 and the PPI on Wednesday. Those are the two big news items. And I'm saying I only tell you this because I do this. So I wouldn't tell you guys to do anything that I personally won't do. Like I mentioned, I wouldn't tell you guys to trade big mamas if I don't personally trade them. I trade big mamas. I wouldn't tell you guys to use the second entry long indicator, the two-legged pullback indicator, if I didn't use it. I use it every single day on stream. I wouldn't tell you to guys use the trading range indicator if I didn't use it. I use it every single day on stream. I wouldn't tell you guys to trade the news for evals if I personally didn't. I do that. Those who follow me on the pre-market show know, how many accounts I have, how many accounts I've passed, how many accounts I've funded just by trading news. And you can also see I made a 24/7 stream. 24/7 stream of me trading a 300k account until I passed it. And I didn't trade news with that. And I just traded regularly. I traded way more aggressive than I would trade PA account. And I passed that as well. So I've done it both ways. I've done it all ways. I've passed evals all ways. And yeah, so I'm just saying, I wouldn't recommend to do something if I personally don't do it. I really wouldn't. Trade copier as well. I wouldn't recommend it unless I used it. Everything I talk about on this stream, I personally use and made thousands. I'm telling you, tens of thousands, if not hundred thousands of dollars. Like, I'm telling you, I've made so much money doing what I'm telling you. And so what I mean by this is that if you like to get funded as quick as possible, then trade the news. Also, I recommend doing this because I do this. Stock up on evals while they're cheap. Again, that's another tip. Stock on evals while they're cheap. Because if you don't, let's say you trade the news on Tuesday, tomorrow, right? The promo ends today. So if you trade the news tomorrow and let's say you pass them, what do you do now? I mean, you can wait, but let's say you want to trade the news again on Wednesday. How can you do that? Well, you could either buy evals with BBM 50 for only 50% off, or if you had them already stocked up at 80% off, then you can trade those at 80% off. So this is what I mean by stocking up and why it's better. This is why I recommend it, because I do it too. It's a way to, in a sense, save. If you're gonna trade anyways, might as well trade them with a cheaper eval than a more expensive eval. I hope that makes sense. You got to plan a little bit ahead, and you got to kind of have some foresight to know what you're gonna do in the future. But if you know already you're gonna try to pass your evals with these news events coming up, then might as well stock up on them and just have them ready. They're like, just imagine them as being bullets, right? You don't, if you're going to war, going to a fight, right, or whatever, then you want as many bullets as possible. The more bullets you have, the more successful you're going to be. And would you like to buy the bullets at a discount, or would you like to buy them at full price? You choose if you're going to use them anyway. So Keith Newman says, no way you made hundreds of thousands. How do you know that? I just want to know. How do you know that? You're making a claim here, so how do you know that? Got second entry short here. I kind of like it, though. I kind of like the second entry short. It's a break of this triangle that I drew. And we may get another push down. We've got one push down, get another push down. We're riding a 240 SMA right now.
$10,000 tick trap.
ASL says he only trades a fake news. That's amazing. Give us an example of fake news. ASL, American Sign Language. You might not believe you can make hundreds of thousands of dollars because you don't understand the power of the trade copier. You do not understand the trade copier. I'm telling you. Let's just make the most prime example to show the full power of the trade copier. If you have 20 accounts, let's just say you have 20 accounts, which is actually very possible. Let's say you have 20 accounts. That means that if you make $100 a day with 20 accounts, at the end of the year, you make $500,000. That's only making $100 a day. $100 a day. Now, you might say, the reason why I like to say $100 is because that's the amount you can make with one single scalp a day. 2-point scalp, $100 with one contract. And also, if you're profitable, making $100 a day, I think is a very, very reasonable goal. Very reasonable goal. Very reasonable goal. I'm thinking this is so reasonable that it's like on the lower end almost. We got a second entry short here, but it's so choppy. The price action, the context looks okay for the second entry short. Got to push down here. Problem is that this pivot low could act as support, but it looks pretty good for a second entry short here. Right, you got push down, you're looking for another push down here. I'm not taking it just because I'm not confident in anything right now. Everything looks very choppy. But I would say this is probably the most decent trade so far. Second entry short here. It's a Pikachu trade. Coming off the 20 MA essentially. Signal bar is okay. It's kind of overlapping all these other bars, but it looks good for a scalp. Looks like it might scalp out here. That means with 20 counts, you don't understand. Within 1 year, just 1 year of trading, if you can make $100 a day, you can make $500,000. You can make $500,000 a year. The reason why Keith doesn't believe you can make $100,000 is because he doesn't know the power of the trade copier. He doesn't know the power of trade copier.
10,000 tick trap.
Yes, everyone should roll over by now. People get into trouble. Then the reason why they get in trouble is because they try to make a lot of money every single day. If you try to make a lot of money every single day, then you gotta understand you're probably gonna lose a lot of money on your bad days. You gotta understand that. If you try to make a lot of money every single day, the market balances itself out, and then your strategy, whatever you use to make a lot of money, you will lose money on certain days. A lot of money, probably. If you make a lot of money on any single day, it's probably because your probabilities are very low, but your risk reward is very good. That's just the math of trading. So this is why I didn't take this short. Even though I liked it, I didn't like the fact that this pivot low was here, can act as support here. So we do lose that trade if you took that short, unfortunately. But it's because it's so choppy here, I'm just staying away from everything. Keith Newman says, I'm up 1,200 my first. Prove it. Prove it. Go and trade live. Please. Trade live. And prove it, please. You made 1,200 your first week on an eval. Alright. Prove it. Stream live. 24/7. You're lying. You're lying. You're such a liar. There's no way you made 1,200 your first week. No way. You're a weak trader. You're a bad trader. There's no way. That's how it feels. Does that feel good? How do I screenshot it? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. He just asked the most difficult question there is. How do you get your camera, right? You get your camera and you take a picture of your monitor. That is the best way to take a screenshot. And then once you take a picture on your camera, on your phone, take another picture of that picture to enhance the resolution. And then once you take a picture of that picture, take one more just for good measure. So now you got a picture of a picture of a picture. You got 3 screenshots. The more screenshots, the better. And then post it. Post it on YouTube. Let people know how good you are at trading. Prove
10,000 tick trap.
Prove it. Peter Cho, let's move on. Let's move on. Let's do it. Oh yeah, you can't only just post a picture of the account. You have to post a picture of all your trade performance. You got to post a picture of also your your analysis. You got to post everything. You got to show all your trade markers. You got to show every single trade you've taken. Then you should do it. And also, you should start trading live. Because even if you do that, people are not going to believe you. And if you trade live, people are still not going to believe you. Please, please do it. Please. I'm the only trader profitable, verified, 100%. Welcome to my channel. I'm Baba Money. We are the most profitable trader on YouTube, verified. We're coming back up. This is looking crazy. Double bottom here. I mean, this price action is... it's not it. This is not it. This is not it. Raja Banks. I think Raja is legit. I haven't watched his stuff long enough, but also I don't trade forex. But he seems like he does something similar.
5 minute
he
trap.
does trade live, and like he gets like thousands of people following him. Got a trap trade setting up on the 10,000 tick, also on the 5 minute chart. I may take the trap on the 5 minute chart, but the risk looks huge. And we're basically at support again here. Second entry long. Keith Newman on day 7 up 1200. If you traded news, you would already pass your eval. On day 7. Why are you so slow, man? You're so slow at... All right, I'm done. I'm not gonna entertain this anymore. Let's just say that Keith Newman, you provided a small amount of entertainment for us. Thank you.
10,000 tick trap.
On this very choppy, boring day. I do appreciate that.
Five-minute trap.
Peter Cho says not me. Okay, I get it. I got it. Peter Cho. You're right. You're right. I shouldn't be so petty. I shouldn't be so petty here. Let's get back to trading. The only problem is that today is very choppy, so we might not get a setup today. I will say though, if you have some evals, you should trade at least one MES contract. You should trade at least one MES contract on your eval so you can get a trading day in. And when I say trade MES contract, I mean like open and close. Just get in, get out. I hate when people want to throw shade on other people's channels. Pircho says, "No, you're a good panda. I just don't like peeps coming in here disrespecting the group. We're here to learn and share, make money together. You don't have to be here." It's true. Iron Cruz has a good point. Better to be 0 today, flat, than negative 500. 100% agree. 100% agree with that statement. Honestly, today was predictable in terms of what kind of day it was going to be. Because, again, today's the only day without news. And I expected it to be pretty choppy. So I'm just watching here. But hey, at least we're together. At least we're together. Keith Newman used my code for Apex. You're welcome. You're welcome, Keith. Thanks for your $2. Most 7 cents out. Yeah, I feel like today it's better to just sit on your pause than take. This is the only trade I would consider taking here. It's a failed second entry long on the 5-minute chart. What I mean by that, you have a second entry long A, B, C. Right, 2 pushes down, and then you got to push up. Second entry long that fails, reverses, and we're looking to fill the gap on the 5-minute chart. It's going the right direction here. Peter Cho, he's out. By the way, we'll have more information about the Big Mama Auto Strat. Just again, just taking some time. It was busy this weekend again, and just need to find some time. Maybe I'll do it during the week. No trades today, really. It's looking quite choppy, quite tricky as well. The one trade I felt like was a good setup, starting to reverse a little bit here, and now we're clearly above the 20 MA on the 5-minute chart, but also very sideways. We haven't had one close underneath the 20 MA, but it still doesn't feel very strong. I don't know. Ooh, got a higher
10,000
low
tick
setup.
trap.
We can get back to the top of the trading range here. This could be a strong setup going up here. Still have this line though, this trend line blocking us. But now we got a higher low setup on the 5-minute chart, triggering above the 20 MA, having not even one single close beneath the 20 MA yet. I think in general today is probably a good day to wait. If you want to find a good setup, you gotta wait for a clear
5-minute trap.
It's just looking very, very sus, everything. But it's better to be flat today, right? Better to be 0 than negative. Really hard to know Will it be a good trade or not?
$10,000 tick trap.
Phoenix Color says, will you ever trade NQ for some new live trading content? You know, that's the balance I have to find. Like, you know, is that what I'm looking for, new content? Or is it more important to be consistent and trade the same thing so people know, right? This is the place to come to trade ES. There are other channels that trade NQ, but if you want to trade ES, this is kind of where the ES people gather. I like to provide that for people, the niche. If I were to do like NQ trading, it'd probably be after this stream. I'll probably start a new stream trading NQ. Maybe, I don't know if it'll be an entirely new stream or if I'll just continue this one, but if you want to know where the news is, I usually use Forex Factory. I just find it to be one of the easiest. There are probably other good
5-minute trap.
websites you can use, but I like Forex Trader or Forex Factory. Forexfactory.com. You go to the filter. You only filter out the high impact news and for USD, and that's all that I really need. But we'll go over one more time the news. Again, roll over your contracts if you haven't already, and you should be on the 923 contract. But the main news items this week is CPI tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. This is all Eastern time. Core PPI 8:30 on Wednesday. FOMC at 2 p.m. on Wednesday. You get the Fed funds rate as well. You got FOMC press conference at 2:30 on Wednesday. On Thursday, you got the core retail sales and unemployment claims at 8:30. And on Friday at 10 a.m., you had the prelim U of M consumer sentiment. So please be aware of all the news.
10,000 tick trap.
And if you'd like to pass your evals by the easiest way possible by trading the news, then make sure you stock up on your evals. This is the time while it's cheap. Do I think they'll raise the Fed funds rate? Almost all things are pointing no, that they'll pause. The question is, will they have the cojones to raise the funds rate afterwards? I think this time it's going to be a pause. Um, I think it's 80% chance it's gonna be a pause this, this week on Wednesday. I mean, if they raise it, it's gonna be good for your savings account. Your interest rates are probably, on a Robinhood alone. If you have gold, you have a 4.65 interest rate just keeping your money inside Robinhood. Any unused money, right? Any money that's not vested in, you automatically get a 4.65% interest, and there's probably higher ones out there with CDs. But the reason why I like Robinhood is because there's no commitment. You just keep it in there, and then you just get interest, and you can pull it out whenever you want. There's just no commitments. So I really like Robinhood for that reason. But I'm telling you, if they raise the interest rate by quarter point on Wednesday, whew, I don't think the market can handle it. I think we're gonna get. It might trigger another. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too much of it. But I feel like if they raise the funds rate, it's because they're gonna do something unexpected. First off, and second of all, they're doing something that's very clear signs that the federal government is trying to crush the economy. They're trying to crush it. There's a lot of fake news out there in terms of how good the economy is doing. I don't think our economy is doing well. I personally don't think so. I mean, it's mostly a feeling. I don't really know. I don't have the numbers other than my anecdotal, experience. Just it doesn't feel like the economy's doing well. When I go places, it doesn't look like they're packed. When I go places, things are very expensive still, and it's just like inflation's this high. I just don't know like how people are really affording anything, and I just really just don't feel like the economy is like booming. But the numbers are showing somewhat that the economy is booming. Like we have high, we have very good employment rates according to the government, the measurements we use. So the economy could be booming. Now, if the economy is booming, what the federal government wants to do, they have reason to suppress it. They have reason to raise interest rates to lower the inflation because the economy is so good. Why not? Why not? As long as the economy is good, we can continue to put stress on the economy until it's no longer good. So I don't know.
5-minute trap.
Keith Newman has a lot of fake news. He likes this. Keith Newman doesn't really have any. He's not based. This guy's not a based person. He likes to make statements that doesn't make much sense. If Panda can afford to go on vacation, the economy is doing good. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Just because I go on vacation, economy is good. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That is the least based statement I've ever heard in my life. Elon Musk went on vacation. Economy must be good. Like, that doesn't make any sense. This guy, he is not based. Just don't listen to anything he's saying. I'll put a warning out there. Do not listen to this guy. I'm not going to ban him just so you guys can see how ridiculous he is. But, the more he talks, the more unbased he becomes. And so I'm just going to keep him there. So just so we can understand,
tick trap.
Just what it means. Just what it means to be based or not. Yeah, commercial real estate. I feel like it is just, man, I don't understand how they're going to survive. It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. We're coming to fill this gap on the 5-minute chart, it looks like. This trap fails, and now we got a nice push down. Second entry short here on the 5-minute chart. We come down, we touch this, making a triple bottom. This market is just nasty. Nasty. We're stuck in this range for how long? And now we get this little push down. Today's not the day. Yeah, commercial real estate probably get crushed. As they raise interest rates, commercial real estate will be harder and harder to keep. And you might say, well, why? Because didn't they get a really, really cheap interest rate on those commercial real estates? Yes. But let's just say that they can't pay it off. What would they do? They'll pull out a loan. Now the loans they pull out are huge. So they need cash to pay it off. And so typically they pay it off with more loans. If they need money, right? So you pull out a loan if you need more money. So and it's like if they can't find tenants, right? If everyone's working from home, if now we have a switch, shifted to a culture that we work from home, that's okay, being remote. It's just like a lot of pressure on the commercial real estate market. Lots of pressure. We got a decent trap trade here. The only reason why it's bad is because again we're hitting this support here. I don't know if the support will last, but we are at it, and we keep making lower highs along the way. And it's a trap trade. Maybe for the content. Ooh, I think it's gonna go without me. I think it's too late. I think it's too late. Might be too late. Maybe the best setup, but still not even that good. You can still get into the trade if you want here. ASL has a solution to commercial real estate problem. It is turning them into apex gambling casinos. That someone should propose that, and I think we'll fix our economy. Commercial properties rolled over 5 to 7 years. So yes, refinancing with these interest rates and this economy equals a lot of defaults. I see. I didn't know commercial real estates were would have to be refinanced. ASL again, genius. Alright, so we got this trap trade that looks like it failed. Good thing I didn't take it, but it's just so choppy. The reason why I'm not taking any trades right now, even though I like the setup,
10,000 tick trap.
Maybe the only good setup so far is because we've been so choppy. I'm just unsure of anything, and we're at support.
Five-minute trap.
Get another push down, fourth push down here. I don't know. I'm just sitting on my paws here. This triangle here. Second entry short. Second entry short here. Good signal bar. Triggers. Triggers and bounces away from it immediately. Ooh, if you're short here, that is not a good sign. That is the last thing you want to see. Coming back here. You got a second entry short here. Again, maybe a decent setup, but it's so choppy, it's hard to say. You got a second entry short, good signal bar as well. Risk, not too bad. It's a 1-to-1 risk reward ratio. Only problem is right at support, which is super frustrating. Oof. If you're short here, that is not looking good. If you're short, that's not looking good. Yikes. This is wild. Very choppy market. Kind of predictable though, because of the today of all the news, you know, this week, but today not having any news. Kind of predictable. We're gonna have a very choppy day today. I was ready to take no trades today. Honestly, every single day you should be ready to take 0 trades. You should never be in a mindset where you're like, I have to take a trade today, because then you might be forcing yourself to do something that is just not there. That's what kind of like what streaming does. Streaming makes it kind of like almost gives you that pressure to forces you to make a trade. So there's a lot of like stressors when it comes to trading live. You know, it's, you know, that's why sometimes I don't even copy my trades from my stream account to my other PA accounts, because you know I recognize sometimes I'm entering trades for the content. Wow, look at that second entry short. It fails. Amazing, pandas. Second entry short fails. Just confusing today. Very confusing. Jeez, what a day. What a day. Pandas, last reminder. Today is the last day for BBM80. Take advantage of it while you can. Stock up on them if you like to trade the news. Stock up on them if you like to have evals at a cheaper price. Yeah, I like to have them stocked up. I mean, I hope that makes sense. I hope at the end you guys realize I'm trying to save you guys money. I'm trying to save you guys money by doing this, because if you're going to do it anyways, might as well do it when it's cheap. Might as well do them with cheaper evals. But hey, disregard it all if you don't really, you know, want to trade the news, or if you don't want to have any evals stocked up. Be my guest, doesn't matter. But I'm just saying, for those who like to do it, you know, it might as well. Might as well. This is the time.
$10,000 tick trap.
Alright, pandas, we got a pretty flat day today, and no trades, and I'm okay with that. Don't forget to trade
5-minute trap.
MES, and if you trade MES, trade them on your evals to get them a day in. You know, you can also trade your PAs if you want to get the next withdrawal, which will be soon. Next withdrawal request will be very soon, so please be aware of that. And yeah, so hope everyone trades safe. Seriously, be careful today. It's gonna be very choppy. And that being said, I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow, 9 o'clock for the pre-market show, 9:15 for the mainstream. And as always, pandas, happy trading. God bless. Bye.